Guys, stop trying to feel less during sex. I see so many guys trying to solve premature ejaculation by numbing themselves out. You're using desensitizing sprays, wearing thicker condoms, or using the old school trick of thinking about baseball or math problems just to survive another minute. And sure, that might help add a few extra seconds, but at what cost? You're checking out, you're becoming a robot, and I promise you, she feels that disconnect. Not to mention those numbing sprays are making her feel less physically. And your mirror neurons reflect your lack of presence, and you will never get her to surrender into an orgasmic state to have a full body orgasm. If you want to be an elevated lover, the goal isn't to feel nothing, it's to feel everything and still be in total control. Here's the reality. You don't have a broken penis and you don't have bad genetics. What you have is a panic pattern. Right now, your body is interpreting sexual intensity as a threat. It thinks that you're in danger, so it triggers your nervous system to eject and get you out of the situation as fast as possible. So today I'm going to show you how to flip that switch. We aren't going to numb the sensation. We're going to hack your nervous system so that you can welcome that intensity, stay rock hard, and last as long as you want. Now, before we get into the hack, I need to make one thing clear. The physical mechanics do matter. If you've watched my other videos, you know I'm a huge advocate for the physical foundation. You absolutely need a strong PC muscle so that you can relax it during sex and have way more control. And you need to massage out your foundational tension, especially in your lower body, so that you can learn to relax your butt and thighs completely, because you literally can't ejaculate when these muscles are fully relaxed. And you have to breathe deep into your diaphragm because shallow chest breathing triggers panic. These are non-negotiables. If your body is tight and you're panting like a dog, you have zero chance. But here's the problem. I see guys get the mechanics 100% right. They're doing the Kegels, they're breathing into their belly, they're relaxing their legs, and they still finish in 2 minutes. Why? Because biology trumps mechanics. You can have the best brakes in the world, but if your driver, your nervous system, is slamming on the gas pedal, the car is still going to move. For most of us, especially if we have that pleaser tendency, we go into sex with a hidden anxiety. We worry about her approval. We worry about performing. And your brain registers that performance pressure as a threat. And it shifts into sympathetic dominance, what you know as fight or flight. And here's the biological reality. When your body thinks that it is in danger, it does not want to have slow, connective, intimate sex. It wants to reproduce and get out of there to survive. So premature ejaculation isn't a failure of your body. It is your body successfully executing an escape plan because it feels unsafe. To last longer, we have to turn off the alarm. So if the problem is that your body thinks it's in danger, the solution isn't to squeeze or relax a muscle harder. You can't muscle your way out of anxiety. The only way to stop the eject button is to signal safety. Think about it. In nature, when an animal is being hunted, its heart rate spikes, its muscles tense, and if it needs to reproduce, it does it instantly. Speed is a survival mechanism. But when an animal is safe, when it's resting, that is when the heart rate slows down. That is when the body relaxes, and that's when there's time to connect. When you are in your head during sex, worrying if she's enjoying it, checking if you're still hard, or telling yourself, don't finish, you're flooding your system with cortisol, the stress hormone, and you're telling your body, this is a high-stakes situation, we might fail. That is the pleaser mindset. And the pleaser is always anxious because he is trying to earn something. To last longer, you have to shift into the mountain mindset. The mountain doesn't worry about the weather. It just sits there. It is heavy, it is grounded, and it is safe. When you can convince your nervous system that you are safe, that there is no tiger, that there is no judgment, and you are exactly where you're supposed to be, your body naturally takes its foot off the gas pedal. So how do we actually do that in the heat of the moment when you feel like you're about to explode? We use the 3-step nervous system protocol. Step 1 is the safety breath. Now, most guys breathe shallow into their chest like a panting dog. That sends a panic signal to your brain. I want you to breathe deep into your belly, but here's the upgrade. Don't just breathe to get oxygen, breathe to hack your vagus nerve. When you feel that arousal hitting like an 8 out of 10, that point where you usually start to panic, take a slow, deep breath and literally say to yourself in your mind, I am safe. I am here. You are manually overriding the alarm bell. You are telling your biology that there is no tiger chasing you. Step 2 is relabeling. The old advice says to distract yourself, think about baseball or think about math. Actually, I'm curious, drop a comment below and be honest with me. What is the random thing that you try to think about to stop the urge? Is it sports? Is it taxes? Let me know the weirdest one that you've tried. But here's the truth. Distracting your mind is terrible advice. It disconnects you from her. Instead of running from the sensation, I want you to learn to lean into it, but change the meaning. When that intense pleasure hits, your default label is likely, oh no, I'm gonna come. That is fear. I want you to relabel it as fuel. Visualize that heat, not as an explosion that's waiting to happen, but as an energy moving up your spine. You aren't a victim of the sensation. You are the container for it. Don't numb it out. Expand your capacity to hold it. Step 3 is the mountain frame. This is the identity shift. The pleaser is constantly checking, is she okay? Am I doing good? That anxiety speeds you up. The elevated lover embodies the mountain. The mountain is heavy. It doesn't move. When you feel yourself speeding up, physically drop your shoulders, relax your butt muscles, and ground yourself into the bed. Your job is not to perform. Your job is to be the solid ground she can surrender to. When you hold that frame, your body gets the signal. We are the king in this scenario, and kings don't rush. When you master this, when you can flip that switch from panic to safety, you don't just last longer, you change the entire energy of the bedroom. You stop being the man who's trying to survive the interaction, and you become the man who is leading it. That is the elevated lover. But knowing the psychology is only half the battle. You still need to train the physiology. Your nervous system needs a physical vessel that is strong enough to handle that energy. If your PC muscle is weak, or if you're carrying chronic tension in your legs and lower back from sitting all day, your body will still betray you, even if your mind is calm. I have another video that's been really popular where I give a complete breakdown of the exact 6-step protocol that I used to cure my own premature ejaculation. Click right here to watch that breakdown now. I'm also going to leave a link in the description. Now think of this video as the key and that video as the map, and you need both. And make sure that you hit the thumbs up button, as it really helps this channel. Be sure to subscribe for more videos like this, and go check out that 6-step video, and I will see you next time.